Greetings YouTube, it's me, mrluisalonzo. On our last episode, or video, or let's specially play, whatever you want to call it, we defeated the Key Cavern, and this time I'm not going to be rhyming Key Cavern Key or making mistakes. We defeated the Key Cavern, we got our third instrument, and we are on our way to the fourth dungeon. But we're gonna take a detour in this one. We got the Pegasus boots and the Key Cavern dungeon. So that opens up the world for more possibilities. The possibilities are endless. Endless possibilities. If you get the reference, then congrats. We're gonna be getting secret seashells and heart pieces from all around the place for as much as we can right now. And if you crash into that tree, you get a secret seashell. That glowy hole, right now it's useless because there's two other glowy holes that you can go into, and that's pretty much, that acts like a teleporter. But right now, useless once again. So, for today's topic of discussion, I was thinking about talking about why I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I guess we can all relate to our Nintendo fanboyism, especially if we're, or fangirlism, if there's a girl out there watching this. I guess we can all relate because we're all watching this video right now and we're all enjoying The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Over here I'm searching for a bombable hole, and the problem is I find it, but I don't have any more bombs, so I'm like, damn, I need more bombs. So I go to Mabe Village to get more bombs, buy more bombs, and get that heart piece. There's a heart piece behind that wall, if you didn't know. So, why I'm a Nintendo fanboy? Well, before I get there, you got the stick from giving the bananas to the monkey, so he's gonna use the stick, Terran, and be an idiot and be chased by bees. Oh, look at Terran. Such an idiot. And the hive is gonna fall down, and you're gonna need that hive for later in the game. The trading game does have its importance in this game, but it's relatively useless right now. Gotta clear my throat. So, the reason why I'm a Nintendo fanboy is because I grew up with Nintendo. I can't lie about that. I don't even know what life was like before video games for me. I mean, it's all such a blur. I was a child. I was living with my father, and we were pretty poor, but we liked our life. And then one day we went to visit our aunt, or our like pseudo aunt, because she wasn't actually related to us by blood, but by close relations with our father. So we went to her house to hang out, and in her house, I remember this clearly, like it was yesterday, she had the original Game Boy, you know, the gigantic megalomaniac, or it's not a megalomaniac, the gigantic piece of hardware equipment that's like so gargantuan that It puts the DSi XL to shame right now because of its vast largeness. In order to get that present, you need exactly 10 secret seashells. Nothing more, nothing less. Literally. So, we had a gigantic Game Boy back over there, and I was in love with it. I fell in love at first sight. A lot of people became a Nintendo fanboy because of the Nintendo Entertainment System and whatnot, and I just became one because of the Game Boy. The Game Boy was so awesome. The Game Boy, of course, had a game in it, and that game was Super Mario Land. I was fascinated by the gameplay. I never seen anything like this before in my life. I'm sure that if I've never seen that Game Boy, I probably wouldn't be the same person I am today. But it had Super Mario Land, and I was playing it. I had no idea what it was, but it was so much fun. It was the best fun I ever had in my life at that point. And mind you, I was like 5 or 6, so this Game Boy was becoming slowly obsolete. I was born in 1993, so I was probably 1998 at that time, and the Game Boy Color must have already came out, but Marin, of course, you know the cue, lover singing. And that was Marin singing again. We're slowly coming to the point where we're not going to be seeing Marin sing anymore. How I dread that moment. Dread it. Yes, because you got the Pegasus boots, you can knock down that book, and that book is going to prove pretty useful later. In the next part, that book is going to provide us the access that we need to go to the color dungeon. But right now, I'm doing some side quest stuff, you know, getting heart pieces and secret seashells. So this book is not important right now. But I digress. Carrying on. I was playing Super Mario Land. I enjoyed pretty much everything about it. I was a kid, so I wasn't as sophisticated as I am today, but I loved the gameplay, I loved the music. The music stuck with me. I loved the simplicity. I just loved everything about Super Mario Land. It was like my favorite game ever, and it deserves that. It's one of the best-selling games of the Game Boy, besides Pokemon Red and Blue and stuff. Once again, if you ram that tree, you get a secret seashell, and that secret seashell is going to prove useful when you get the level 2 sword, which is so much more better than the level 1 sword by so much. And secret seashell, Marin, oh yeah, Super Mario Land. Unfortunately, the time had come when we had to leave the house and therefore leave the Game Boy and Super Mario Land. And I was really sad. I was so sad. I had fond memories of it. It was one of the best times of my life, and I was so sad. But it was one of the few things that I actually remember from my childhood, because that moment in time actually motivated me to go on and pursue my own, get my own Game Boy. So I think a few weeks later, or probably a few months later, me and my father and I, and some of our siblings, my siblings, went, we went downtown to buy a Game Boy. Yeah, we went downtown to buy a Game Boy, and I knew exactly what game I wanted. I wanted Super Mario Brothers. I wanted Super Mario Land. That was it. No questions asked. Super Mario Land. That was the game I wanted, and you're gonna give me nothing else. So I didn't know the name of the game, so I just knew who the character was, and I ended up getting Super Mario Brothers DX instead. And Super Mario Brothers DX is probably one of the best Game Boy games of all time, because it was a mixture of both Super Mario Bros. 1 and Super Mario Bros. 2. The real Super Mario Bros. 2. Not the one that we got in America. The one that the Japanese got. And I didn't know at the time, so I was just playing that game. And I was loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. And then I beat it, the first game. And there was a Boo side quest that was in the game, and I was trying to beat that, and it was a little hard, and I think I eventually did beat it. But then I went to the second game mode, and that was really hard. I never got the chance to defeat Super Mario Bros. 2 in the Super Mario Deluxe Collection, but I had completely fond memories of it. Then I went to another family friend's house, and that's where this game came in, Link's Awakening. They had the game, so me and my family was playing it, and it was so much fun. Like, this game was one of the best games I've ever played at that time. And then I got stuck at Bottle Grotto, and I was never able to play the game again for several years. And then I played it a couple of years later, and I actually beat the game because I became a lot more smarter and puzzle oriented. And I was also introduced to the Nintendo 64 and Pokemon Stadium. And Pokemon Stadium was like, it was like, oh my god, Pokemon in 3D, I never knew that. And I think I did have a Pokemon Red version at the time, and I loved Pokemon. I loved literally all the games that I was playing were all Nintendo games. I was playing Mario. Mario got me into video gaming in the first place. I was playing The Legend of Zelda and Pokemon, the three best Nintendo franchises ever. So I was, by that time, I was hooked. That's it. No questions asked. But Pokemon. Oh, I'm yawning. Playing Pokemon Stadium cemented my love of Pokemon, like literally. I got gold and silver afterwards. No, I got silver. And I loved it. Stuff. And then it was our time, my family's time, to finally enter the modern age. Because all we had was Game Boys. Just Game Boys. Nothing else. So we bought a Game Boy Advance, and our first Game Boy Advance game was Dragon Ball Z, not C. I'm such an idiot. Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku. And that was a fun game. I liked it a lot. Had RPG aspects to it, and it was kind of easy though. It was pretty short for a Game Boy game, but that was our first non-Nintendo game that we ever had. And like, what else? I was in this part, I didn't know you had to push that boulder in to the hole so you can jump over it and go through the other side. But that's pretty much it. So we had a Game Boy Advance, Legacy of Goku, but we were still playing Game Boy games. I had Pokemon Silver for the Game Boy Color, and that game was fun. It was also the first game I lost ever. Wait, no. Strike that. Legacy of Goku wasn't the first non-Nintendo game I played. It was a wrestling game, I remember now, and that wrestling game gave me nightmares. Nightmares. But I digress. I was playing. Whoa, did I just get a rupee and a secret seashell? That's so cool. I lost Silver, Pokemon Silver, in school, and I was really sad, and I ended up getting Pokemon Crystal instead, and that game was so much fun. Then I got Pokemon Ruby, and from this point in my life, I was pretty much only playing Pokemon games, or games for Pokemon games. And we also had a GameCube, but we didn't have much games in it. And one of our first GameCube games was a game that my brother had bought, my older brother, called Tales of Symphonia. And my god, was that the best game ever at that time that I've played ever. No questions asked. That game had an amazing plot, amazing characters, powerful gameplay, memorable music. So many things about that game was amazing that, you know, I could never forget it. It's just like I could never forget The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, or Super Mario Land, or the time I lost my Pokemon Silver. So many things about that game was, like, mind-boggling. Like, the mind boggles, as my philosophy or religion professor would say. And I really loved that game. We also had Link's Awakening. We had Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker. What else? I don't think we had Pokemon Colosseum. No, we didn't have Pokemon Colosseum. We got that later. We had some weird game. I don't even know. I can tell you what the gameplay was like though. Oh my god, I almost died. I don't even know how I got past this part. I'll tell you about the game later. Yes, I got past that part. And once I was in Animal Village at this part, I was home safe. Home safe. I already knew what to do afterwards. I can go back to Mabe Village and buy hearts or collect hearts, and I was completely safe. Almost died. My goal almost just ended at that point. But I digress. So the game was this weird, like, this weird RPG-ish game where you can play as any race, like elves or dwarves, and like what they did was throw weapons at enemies, and that was fun. It was pretty short though. A lot of the games I played that were non-Nintendo were so short, but it was awesome throwing weapons on enemies. So that's pretty much my history of Nintendo fanboyism. I only knew about Nintendo games and Nintendo products. I loved Nintendo, and I also played some Sonic. I think I owned Sonic Advance 2 for the Game Boy, and that was a fun game. No questions asked, that game was so awesome. I did have Sonic Heroes and Sonic Adventures 2 Battle, so I guess that's where I got my my Sonic love. I didn't know about the rivalry between Mario and Sonic though until like much later. Probably when I was a teenager and I understood what surfing the web really was about. But that's my history of video games and Nintendo in short run. Now I will be failing. Enjoy my failure. Failing. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.